Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I'm going to give you an official November tour. Now, in Georgia, we have great weather right now, especially where I'm at. We are still in the 70s, guys, and our lows are in the 40s. I have checked the weather. There is no sign of a frost, which is quite strange, but I'm not complaining about that. The garden is loving it. Some plants are still holding on. Some plants have bloomed out. Some I need to cut back, but I just want to show you what the garden looks like in the middle of November. Let's get started. So I'm going to start in the shade area, and right now most things are beginning to die back. Now this bed here is full of evergreens like heucheras and lyrope and mahonia and Lenten rose and carex, the Everest series. So they're just looking fine. Nothing too special going on right there. And then back here we have the hosta bed. Hostas are beginning to look tattered, and that is expected. I do not pull back I don't do anything with my hostas. I wait for them to get hit back by the cold. Once they hit back by the cold, I will just yank the tattered leaves off. It's just easier that way than having to tie things up and then cutting them. So that's what the yard looks like there on the shade area. Moving a little further up, we have a part shade to part sun area that is full of daylilies that are done for the season, but my daylilies, some of them go completely to sleep, some don't. Here we have some asters that are done blooming, some cat's meow nepeta that is done blooming, and we have two baby gems that I need to take out because they're not doing well. And then a bed here that I just mulched, and you might have seen, I don't know if the video is going to come out before this one or after, but I just chopped up some leaves and put some mulch right there. And then here we have some bloomers. We have some encore azaleas. That's the carnation, that's the embers, and that's the ivory. Some newly planted plants here, which is the agapanthus, the queen mum, and the ever twilight. And then I have some Chinese snowball viburnum that are trying to bloom. On the other side of the bed, or the other side of the yard, is this particular bed here, which is a part sun to sun. My backyard is really interesting. It is full of all kinds of stuff. Part sun, blazing sun, part shade, full shade. This particular bed here is part sun to sun. And here, a lot of the things here are evergreen, including the arborvitae, the abelia, the sunshine ligustrum. And then in the front here, I have some perennials, which are daisies and more daylilies, some blanket flowers. Those are beginning to go to sleep. This bed here is a beauty. This is one of the newer beds that I added with the Pearl Glam Beautyberry and the daisies that are still putting out blooms. You might have seen a video where I was actually putting out a video where I was talking about plants that are still blooming here in the middle of November. This bed here, same thing. Everything around this boxwood are going to go back and die back to sleep, but the boxwood itself is looking great. That's the wintergreen boxwood. And then further over in the two beds in the middle of the yard. So here's a big bed right here, and then another one back there. So this one here, the roses are blooming. My double knockout ruby reds are looking absolutely amazing. Amazing, guys. Look at that. Still blooming, still budded up, and still going strong. This one is same thing. My autumn joy sedum is kind of drying up. It has been a beauty this year. Everything else is either going back to sleep or another rose here that looks great. I bought some new agastache. This is meant to be Queen Nectarine. So that one there, I planted that in the yard. And then there's another one here. This is my third go with trying to plant these guys because they keep dying on me, but I'm going to give it one more go right there. This one you saw in a What's Blooming video. This is the Pink Beliza Gora, still doing great. My daisies, again, they don't completely go to sleep. They still always have a mound. And the Mystic Spire Salvia just keeps impressing me over and over. I moved another set of Autumn Joy Sedum from the other side and put it here. So next year it will look as nice as the other one. And even more knockout roses that are still blooming. When they made those knockout roses, they knew what they were doing, because these things don't get mildew, they don't get anything, they just grow and grow. Here's a beauty here. This is the Adams Needle Color Guard Yucca that is an evergreen and is showing off right now when things are beginning to go to sleep. This one here is going to show off. We have a whole area here of coneflowers that are finally going back to sleep. We've got some mums that I'm going to cut back sooner or later because now they have passed their prime. And then I planted some new bulbs in here. Again, another video is coming out with that. And again, I left these coneflowers for the birds this time. I usually do, but then I said, let me just cut some of them out because it was looking kind of ratty. But this particular one here, I'm going to leave for the birds. Again, because it's so great, the Cat's Meow Nepeta has this really nice mound. The Canyon Creek Abelia looks great. It was a really, really impressive beauty with the pollinators this year, guys. It has been absolutely amazing. And I end up getting a Rose Creek Abelia. Now, the Rose Creek Abelia, it was blooming in the container, and then once I put it in the ground, it's kind of stopped blooming, which is okay. That's no problem. But this Canyon Creek, you should have seen, and I hope you saw one of my shorts when I put this up, where the pollinators were going nuts on this Canyon Creek Abelia. And then we have some Eryngium that has impressed me, guys. So great. I love Eryngium. This is this purple Eryngium that did well this year. If you get some time, go back into my videos, you can see when this guy was blooming in the summer. Oh my goodness, I've never seen this plant here. It actually draws other types of pollinators. Obviously, we know about the hummingbird, the butterfly, and the bee, but there's some stuff that came on this thing that I don't even know what they were. So those were doing great. What else I want to show you? Let's go back this way. Over here by the roses, just waiting for us to get some serious freeze so I can cut these roses back. Even though they're still pushing out stuff, they're looking kind of ratty, but they're giving me stuff still. I can still put things in the vase for these roses. Look at this beauty here, guys. This is a Walmart rose, and I talk about it all the time, and they have just been impressing me. I moved some of the roses. Now, last February, I did a video where I showed you how I plant my Walmart roses. I went to Walmart, I bought like 8 of them, and then I showed you the whole process, and this was one of them, and it looked great. So, but I moved some because I had a Della Reese, and I had a Lincoln somewhere else, and I moved it here. So next year, you might not see the roses where they originally were, but it's the same roses from Walmart. A downer, because I definitely want to show the good and the bad, is my baby gem boxwood, which I'm not surprised because this plant does not do well for me. I prefer the Korean boxwood. This is baby gem and it's turning brown, and the other ones are turning brown and almost like white, which means they're going to die. Now, I know that some boxwood do turn browny or a little dusty coppery color, but this one is not doing well, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it anymore. The Korean boxwood does well in my yard. Absolutely amazing. Here's an Indian hawthorn that blooms in the spring, and of course I'll do a spotlight video on that when it's in its glory. Back here in the ditch bed is where all my daffodils are. So you're not going to really see much here until they poke out their heads. Hopefully I had put enough pine bark soil conditioner in here for them to really push through all this clay, because I put a way more soil conditioner than usual because this area back here has way more clay. The evergreens are looking great, and I cannot wait to show you the December video so you can see, because by that time, most of these plants would have been at least halfway cut back. They would have gone to sleep, and you would really see the structure of the evergreens. Now, you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I bought those junipers, Blue Point junipers, not too long ago, and I bought that Forever Goldie not too long ago for structure-wise, because what happens is that when everything goes to sleep, there's 1 or 2 things still standing up, and the garden looks, weird, and I don't like that look. So I went out and made a point to buy more evergreens. So that's that backyard area right there. This area here, my daylilies, probably time to cut them back right now. They gave me a lot of daylilies this year. I've been really impressed. I'm just waiting again for a freeze to come so I can pull these off. Okay, and actually, guys, the Dutch irises, the blue magic, for whatever reason, they came up. I thought they were not supposed to come back up again because they came up earlier in the spring, early summer, and they bloomed, and they went back. Now here they are again, and I'm sure, I don't know what the deal is, if they're supposed to bloom twice, but I think it's also because the weather is so great. I'm doing this video for you around 1:30 in the afternoon, and it is hot, hot, hot. My mammoth elephant ears are still holding on strong. Now this area here, they're not growing as big as I would like them to grow. So it could be the fact that they didn't get amended properly, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to do too much here because back here, when we get, well, you know, if you know my channel, you know I have issues with water coming down from that ditch garden right there. And it comes down here and it comes down here and it's low. So here has to be stuff that like water, and they do like water. I also had some cannas right here that also liked water, but this area doesn't get enough sun for the canner. And it kept getting those roller beetle or those roller leaf things, and it just didn't look good. So I pulled them out. So I'm going to try to find something that likes water and doesn't like to be burnt up to put right there. Otherwise, guys, the garden is where it needs to be in the middle of November. I still have one I still have one juniper that I don't have any space for, and I don't know what to do with it. And then I also have my finished little container area here that you saw another video with. I'm not going to go into too much details about it, but the area is finally finished. I got my bench, I've got my elephant, and I also created some baskets with some more pansies. Now this arbor is strictly, well, it's not strictly, it's mainly for a purple falls wisteria, but that one here has gone to sleep. And I just hang little baskets here just so I could have something to look at as the season is ending, guys. So that is the yard. We have daisies right here that are blooming again. My purple heart is still looking great. It may come back. It all depends on what type of winter we get. Because this guy here it can take a little bit of frost, and if it's mulched properly, it should be able to come back. It won't stay evergreen, but it might come back. But that is the yard, guys. It's really quick because I don't want to do a long video anymore. I want to keep my videos less than 20 minutes these days, unless I absolutely have to give you more details. But this is the garden, guys. Middle of November. Really great weather. We're in the 70s and our lows are in the 40s, and I'm absolutely loving it. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted whenever I put out a new video. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.